Hello and welcome to the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment as the Seattle Seahawks lose to the Atlanta Falcons by a score of 36-20. And man, the divisional round of the playoffs, not much better than the wild card round, unfortunately, but hopefully things get better as we go along. The Atlanta Falcons, they started out this game a little slow. The Seahawks were up early. They got a touchdown, and it was really a great drive. I mean, you saw a great balance of passing and running by the Seahawks. You saw Thomas Rose be effective early, Russell Wilson using his legs early, and I really loved how Russell Wilson used his legs not only early but throughout the entire game, extending plays, getting first downs. And I don't know where this Russell Wilson has been this season. I know early on in the season he got injured, he got banged up, whatever, but last week I wish that he did this more. Even in their 26-6 victory over the Detroit Lions, I felt he could have ran it more. So it was nice to see him run a lot more today. But the problem was, the Falcons, they do have some speedy linebackers in Deion Jones and Brooks Reed, so they were able to bring him down a number of times. But it was still nice to see him use his legs. However, this Seahawks offense, after the first drive, really didn't do much, man. I mean, you're talking about field goals after that for the most part. Paul Richardson did make a couple nice plays, and this is a guy that, when he's healthy, the guy can be effective when he's healthy and actually playing, and you like his future for the Seahawks team. Next year, I believe, should be a contract year for him. It's going to be a big year for him, but I project him being a big part of this Seattle offense moving forward. Really love the big plays that Paul Richardson has to offer. Doug Baldwin continues to be a nice receiver, man, and he was open down the middle of the field, I want to say in the third quarter, and Russell Wilson missed him. But there's a guy that can get open consistently, man. Doug Baldwin, to me, is definitely one of the top 15 wide receivers in the NFL, possibly top 10. He definitely finished in the top 10 in receiving yards this year, and possibly some other categories as well. Last year, he had double-digit touchdowns. He may have had it this year, too. I have to check that. But the guy is making a legitimate case for being a top 10 wide receiver in this league, and he continues to make great plays. Jimmy Graham. Now, he has some nice catches today, but still not involved nearly as much like to when he was with Drew Brees, which is, understandable. I mean, that was Drew Brees. But you like to see the Seattle offense get him more involved. The guy's still a beast, honestly. Get that man involved, man. He had a touchdown today, but he could have done even more. Get Jimmy Graham involved. The guy's an absolute star. We look at the Seattle team moving forward. Today, Russell Wilson, I mean, he didn't have a great game. He missed a number of throws, missed a number of touchdowns, and I know that deep ball to Doug Baldwin was such a hard throw. I mean, we're talking about being a number of yards down the field, but still, you got to make that throw. The missed touchdown to Doug Baldwin on the right side near the red zone, actually in the red zone, you got to make that throw right there, and these are throws that could have helped the Seahawks, stay in the game, maybe make a comeback in the game, and he couldn't make the throws. And the offensive line did not help him. I mean, you saw Reese Odiambo, the rookie, I want to say third rounder, came in the game once Jermaine Ifedi got injured early. The guy tripped Russell Wilson and forced a safety for the Atlanta Falcons. That was just terrible by Reese Odiambo, stepping on the foot of Russell Wilson. Such an unfortunate play, such a terrible play by Reese Odiambo and the Seattle Seahawks football team. And, that really started the downward trend for the Seahawks. And, again, looking at this team moving forward, this is still a team that to me is going to be a playoff team, most likely. They're going to have to make some improvements, but Russell Wilson, the thing that he does, and this hasn't been a great season for him, but he doesn't turn the ball over, okay? He doesn't throw interceptions, and with this defense being as good as it usually is, today wasn't a great day for them, but being as good as it usually is, this is a team that can win games, okay? Consistently 10 wins almost every year for the next who knows how many years, all right? With having a quarterback that doesn't throw many interceptions and having a defense as good as they are, they're usually going to be in the playoffs, so just get used to seeing that. Richard Sherman today, man, didn't have a great game. Didn't have a terrible game either. The touchdown that Julio Jones got in the first quarter, I wouldn't say that was Richard Sherman's fault, but he did give up a number of first downs, okay? He did do that, and if I had to grade a performance for his standard, I would say a C-. For any other cornerback standard, I'd say a B-. Okay, so it wasn't a good day at all, but it wasn't a disastrous day for Richard Sherman either. So now let's move on to the winner. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons, who got it done. And I liked the pressure they supplied to Russell Wilson today. Vic Beasley continues to supply pressure. I'm not sure if he actually got on the sack stat sheet, but the guy was making plays, making an impact. You also saw Brooks Reed do something. There's a guy that the Falcons signed, I want to say 2 years ago, and he hasn't made a huge impact, but today he did. You even saw, some of the defensive linemen, there's some of the defensive tackles in there doing stuff they normally don't do stuff. There's a Falcons defense that really played well today. I mean, they gave up 20 points today. Could have given up even less, but they gave up a late touchdown. So, whatever there. This is a defense that played absolutely really well today. So I was impressed there. And then offensively, the Falcons keep doing their thing, man. And this is why they are a legitimate Super Bowl team. This offense is absolutely incredible. They got over 500 points in the regular season offensively. Matt Ryan continues to throw passing touchdowns like crazy. Julio Jones made another plays today. Taylor Gabriel got involved. Mohamed Sanu got involved. Austin Hooper is back healthy, got involved. This Falcons passing offense, Tevin Coleman caught a touchdown. Devontae Freeman had a number of big plays. This passing offense is incredible. And I can't wait for an explosive matchup between the Falcons and the Cowboys, or the Falcons and the Packers. And then if they win that game and go to the Super Bowl, I can't wait for what we can all agree will probably be the Falcons and the Patriots, but also possibly the Falcons and the Steelers. But I don't think anyone thinks the Chiefs are getting there. So at least we can agree on that. I like the Falcons to go far this year. They're pretty good. The thing is, why a lot of people say, people don't respect the Falcons. No one's talking about the Falcons. I don't think it's that people don't respect them. I think the problem is people don't watch them. And it's not the average fan's fault, right? It's not the average casual fan's fault. I was talking to my friend over winter break, and he said, I don't think the Falcons are going to win anything. He says, I just haven't really watched their game. And the reason is they're not on national television. This is their first national televised game, I want to say, since maybe September. They haven't been on national television this season. They had an early Thursday night game against the New Orleans Saints, where they put up like 48 points, which was very impressive. But then outside of that, they haven't been on national television. So I think this game woke up a lot of people, and people will take them a lot more seriously. But I think, again, if people would have seen them on national television, then you would have seen more people taking this team seriously. And also, the thing is, when they went on their winning streak late in the season, they were all against bad teams. The Rams, the 49ers, and whatever. And they blew out those teams, which is great. But those games are not going to get flexed to national television. So this is a Falcons team that has been under the radar, but for reasons that, other than just laziness by people, I think that it's just that they haven't been on national television. I think that's the big reason. Okay, if you're on national television doing what they've been doing, like what the Cowboys have been doing, then obviously you're going to get the attention that you deserve. So whatever. Okay, the Falcons won the game, the Seahawks lose the game, and the Falcons are headed to the NFC Championship. Tomorrow, we will find out who they will be facing. So there you go. Those are my thoughts on the Falcons and Seahawks divisional matchup. What are yours? Comment down below. I want to know. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, comment, and most importantly, to subscribe. And until next time, this has been the MJ Take on Sports Fan Entertainment, and I'm out. Peace.